was truly an organic starting out, and it's actually not. You can label than most countries. You can actually label oils as pure organic with as little as 3% pure organic oil level in the chemical fillers. And for me, having spent juice, that is enough. So I love the things, and I get used to some aromatherapy. And then about 7 years ago, I discovered and it rocked my world. And I started to dive deep into this. And the idea was literally to get onto this medication. And now I'm sitting there. My kids are completely free, so it's doable. And because my mom and processes this in the aspect cancer, there's a lot of cancer now. One of my main purposes was reducing like toxicity in our home. It's not believe these things like what if your kids walk in bed, they are absorbing it. What are you putting? What are you putting in your mouth? Simple things like that. What's your hair like? And the therapy means reading covers you get paid for. And I know sometimes when people tell me, oh, basically, well, what's the question is that expensive because when you have things like Canada, how expensive is it? When you know you get truly and organic, it won't be that expensive. I will use the kids are completely out sleeping, and I've got and I think I put one the diffuser, one cedarwood, and one drop of the drops of oils. That's it. Sound asleep. Yeah. And I can do what I so compared to what it's actually expensive. It is invasive. But I think it told me 10 years ago, I thought, yeah, I didn't understand. My mind was not yet into living a really, truly healthy lifestyle, more natural. And small steps. You don't need to do with one. Just taking that first step.
It's taking the first step. Like I totally agree. Like I was the person that a few years ago said, "What? Are you insane? Have you seen the price of lavender? Like I could grow it in my garden." I was that person. And then I got the lavender. And now I'm like, heck, it's not the same as in my garden. It's like it takes you on a total I want to say a trip to Nepal. It takes you to where lavender works on a cellular level and where you can actually feel it working on a cellular level, and that's different than what you grow in your garden. That is a whole lot different than the lavender that you get on the shelf. So I love that you mentioned that. Like we were both like, what? You're insane. Like look at these things. But when you start using them and you realize even like they don't only work for a short while, they keep working and they keep working. Like I love using this example. I think this is the fourth time this week I use this example in my life, where I used to do the bug spray, the blue bottle and the green bottle and the red, all of those. Like, but every time, here's the thing: every time I would have to change bottles, I would have to change brand, because it's like your mosquitoes and your bugs get used to that brand. So I would have to change to another brand because they're going to start biting us if I get the same thing. But since I've been using the Terra Shield, and I even add lavender to mine, just for the sake of adding lavender, we haven't needed to change bug spray in the past 3 years. They just don't get used to it because it's that pure essential oil. It's just that you can't get used to it. It just keeps working, and it keeps, which is wonderful. Which is like now my lavender, like get another bottle, get two. We need more lavender in the house. Like that's the thing. When you realize at what level these oils work, it changes your mindset about the pricing, and it changes your mindset about what your body really needs. Because your body's telling you, I need the lavender.
Take care of your kids.
Yes, it does.
Know what you put
Yeah.
is long term.
Yeah.
And it's not something that goes character down the line. The thing is, when you and worrying about all these things, you're going to you can make small steps. You can make like terrible toxic chemical bug spray and get the Terra Shield. And it's safe on your safe on the face.
Yeah.
Like I think I get bitten by mosquitoes. It makes like a little abscess. Terrible.
Oh yeah.
But it's all it's being bitten.
Yeah.
And I'm using Terra now for years. I've never had to change it.
No, never. So that's another awesome thing for me. So like I'm just taking a look at our time. We still have some time. I like tell me. Okay, share with me like for sleep. Let's talk sleep. Okay, we all love when our kids go to bed. We all love a good night's sleep. Like we all need a good night's sleep. Like I am terribly miserable the next day when I don't have a good night's sleep, and I haven't been, especially with load shedding. You know, like your electricity goes off in the middle of the night for 4 hours, and it's hot, and then it's cold, and it's raining, and all the noise, that white noise that keeps us asleep. You know, so like what is your solution? Because in my household, routine is quite, I'm very like strict on routine. Dinner is at a certain time, bath is at a certain
I'm
time.
striving to get there, Lindy. I'm striving to get there, but I'm not the routine mom. I'm the wicked mom.
My mind just works better with routines. So like I do sometimes like tonight they ate first before they went to bath, which is like it actually like I needed a bit of lavender and adaptive because I was like is things gonna work out, you know. But it did work out because I'm a little bit flexible, but like 90% of the time I want you in the bath at a certain time. I want you eaten by a certain time. I want you in bed reading your book, brushing your teeth by a certain time. It's just.
I promise I'm striving towards it.
But if it doesn't happen like that, like you know, when it's 8 o'clock and my kids are not in bed, and I think of all the things I still have to do until midnight, I get irritated, and then I get the irritate. You know, I get to be the anxious and irritated and grumpy mom, and I don't want to be that. So it just makes my life easier.
As soon as you start feeling like anxious and irritated, take your Copahiba, put drops underneath your tongue.
Yeah.
That's going to help calm down like the whole nerve system, and it's actually very good for your respiratory system, your digestive system, your vascular system. It is good for your urinary tract, so it's a great oil.
Okay.
It just helps calm you down.
Awesome.
And it binds to PB2 receptors, but I won't nerd up. But it's basically 50% therapy.
Yeah.
It's an amazing oil. Like I don't know how anyone.
I love my I will definitely try that. I'll definitely try that. So let's talk sleep. What do you do?
For the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for the kids, for the family, let's start with the kids. Because look, if we could get them to sleep soundly, like, you know, deep, not waking up all the time at a decent time. I know a mom that told me like, oh no, my kid's in a good routine, and by 10 o'clock that kid was still a little monkey jumping all over the couches. I'm like, no. We don't want kids like awake and jumping on couches, you know, at 10 o'clock at night. We don't want that. So let's start with the kids. Like, let's give them a solution. Like, how do we use our essential oils? And then as adults, like, what can we do to also get a good deep night's sleep?
Okay, well, my favorite is the Karma of the Kids Collection. You can see ours is well used. I stick it up in the room as you message me saying, I'm going live. Like I'm just giving some examples. The kids are forced to see this. I just up and down their spine and behind their neck. I'm not going to do that myself because I'll start pull this over. I might pull it. And then underneath their big toes, which is a reflex point for your brain. So it just helps them to really calm down. And I like that topical because, like you said, with the load shedding, the diffuser will be going off.
Exactly.
And it helps. But this really helps. And then that I like putting into the that I said earlier, the recipe. This I use often for us too, and I love playing around with it. I'm going to give you a few things because everyone has a taste, and you need to figure out what works best for you and your child. My kids, they like lavender. They prefer wild orange at night.
Really?
So, wild orange is actually an energizing oil, but it lifts the mood. But I combine this with divinity, or I will usually put some with that. This is from Haiti. Previously, they like the lavender is different. The Theravada way sources their products from the world. They source it wherever it's fine. They grow capability. So this is the most potent vetiver that you can get in the world. Amazing in your home.
It is amazing.
So the one in the room has a little dripper. But vetiver is you can go make tea.
I think you'll fall asleep while you wait for the vetiver to come out. So I also have I have little droppers in most of my bottles, just to get it out easy. I know, like you'll fall asleep while waiting for the vetiver.
But it's a very grounding, earthy. It's so nice, and I because it calms down my brain. I've got a nervous brain. I'm that person. Well, what are you thinking about? He's like, nothing. I'm trying to think. I'm like, how can I think of that? Because I literally never think of nothing. It's like 4th of July. Things apps open, music playing, someone's having a crazy.
But you sound like my husband. He's like monkey brain. When I ask him what he's thinking about, he's like, oh, which one do you want?
I'm one of vetiver, even during the just I normally have it in my day office because it just grounds me and it helps me be a lot more focused. So at night I've used it to switch off my mind, and I used it when I had a really busy cedarwood. If your body doesn't allow vetiver, which is absolutely amazing at first, which if you have about struggling with ADHD, cedarwood is really nice to as an alternative. The constituents is very much the same, but does a little like different things. Sometimes I'll put in both, and cedarwood is amazing for them, and they also help calm down. So sometimes my kids like don't and they can one drop will go in. So I will give the cedarwood a vetiver. The lavender is, if you start out, 99% of people find that lavender is enough. So especially if you are investing in a home, I believe personally is big value for money.
Oh, absolutely.
Discount for one. This is your that program, you're getting your diffuser. So for most people, like a few drops of frankincense and lavender, and then breathe. That's the other one. When you can breathe properly, you can sleep.
That's the thing. Absolutely.
So breathe is amazing. I normally just put a few drops in. It helps. I've got a really big job. I've got a patient after. So I had in snoring contest. I put in breathe. So I put in breathe for sleep for them so that I can sleep. So
I love the breathe. I love the breathe of the lavender as a mixture. Look, breathe. I have a mechi or something around, and I'm going to breathe it in right now, and you don't want to see that. I like breathe was actually Tarina, if you don't know, was the person that like sleep was actually, I thought I should have mentioned it in the beginning. Sleep was actually the reason I got introduced to the oils in the first place, because I had a 6-month-old boy who wasn't breathing. He was sick. No one knew what was wrong with him. And I was at my wit's end. Like, this kid isn't getting better. They keep wanting to give him cortisone and medication. And if you know me, you'll know that's like don't even write that prescription. Thank you very much. Like, I'm just not going to do that. And at 6 months old, they were telling me it might turn into asthma. It kind of looks like an asthmatic chest, but like, let's keep an eye on it. And I'm like, in the meantime, every single night. No one is sleeping because this kid is just crying. When he falls asleep, my husband and I are lying with our hands on his chest and just like waiting for when he's going to stop breathing. And then at one stage, like we'll all kind of, is the kid breathing? Pick him up. And then, we'll like get him back to life, like just get some air into his lungs again, and then we'll kind of go. So it was 6 months of no sleep for us, and he got like a little bit of a lung infection because they were spraying crops around us severely that year. So I heard from my homeopath at that stage, whom was treating him. And the moment that one of the spray bottles or powders that she gave him was finished, it would just come back and it would just become worse. And like I was tired and just moedeloos and at my
You
wits.
started playing it was a wreck.
Yes, I was a wreck. She called me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I was just crying, and I was just, I didn't know what to do. And she said, like, look, just get the kid, get the oils. Let's just start with the basic 10, and let's see how he reacts to the basic 10. And I'm not lying to you. I'm getting like goosebumps. It was overnight. We did some. I think it was oregano, and I think it was breathe. A lot of breathe and lavender and. I think tea tree was one of the oils that we did in the mix. Frankincense, yeah, peppermint. There was quite a. I think we used most of the kit that first night.
Yeah.
We made,
That's
do this now and do that later and do that, yeah. And it was overnight he could breathe. Overnight we were able to sleep. Like overnight, it just changed our lives. And since then, it has never digressed. It has never gone back to where we were. So she's actually
yeah,
the
your brain starts like, I'm a millionaire.
yeah, yes. It just overnight made me feel like an empowered mom. Like I can know, I have these little bottles in my hand and they are working. Instead of having these bags of sprays or powders or tablets or medicine or whatever they give the kids at the adults these days, and they're just not working. Like I remember standing at the homeopath and thinking, it's another bag filled with sprays. And I don't know if they're going to work, Like I'm going to go back home and I'm going to start spraying it. And it's just not, it's probably going to stop working once the first bottle is finished. Like, that was me. Like 3 years ago. How old is he now? 2.5, 3 years ago. And just having just the basics just changed our lives. I have a mom that said to me, her girl suffered like a baby, also same story as us. The doctor is diagnosing her with asthma at 6 months. Like, why? And she said, it's she's better, but I don't know. I like the words that she said to me was like, I'm not sure if I can believe these oils yet because they're working, but they're working so well and they're working so fast. I don't know if I can believe them yet. And every time I speak to her, she's like, my kid is better. My mother-in-law actually said she's better. I still don't know if I believe these oils. Like, some people takes a while. Like for me, my natural mind just told me it was pure magic for me. And for her, it is a process. Is one of your kids awake? Oh dear.
honest, just they can come and see you.
Oh, of course. Oh, shame. No, we're gonna go. This was like really amazing. We still wanted to do a quick home hack, but you need to take care of your kiddo. So
I'm gonna just fall asleep right back and see you.
okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm in love with it. So
Okay.
well, in action. Magnolia lowers your GABA, which basically just is very. And the
Wow.
other well that taken for this.
What is that, Melissa?
This is Magnolia.
Oh, Magnolia. Wow.
Or not. So this is one of my favorite I use for myself. But the one that works even better, Clary Sage. But Clary Sage, I've got a so whenever I'm off I think it's 100%. With my menstruating, literally
Yeah.
so I am.
Oh,
So there she goes.
there we go.
So my quick sleep is, of course, that I bring it now. But I don't open it. I don't handle it. It's straight to go. Because it takes me 5 hours. Like literally hours. I don't even my husband works because I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super sensitive for running. So
Mommy's gonna put you back to bed now. Well, Tarina, we talked about a lot of oils and you gave us so much information and like I like the routine together with my oils. And you just hit them with the oils, which is amazing. Like, nobody is perfect and nobody needs to be perfect. We each do the best that we can and we are going to be compassionate about each other with that. So I want to thank you so much for joining me and for sharing some of your solutions and some of the things that you use to help other moms with sleep. So go smell diffuse some Roman chamomile and have some serenity and have a great night's rest with your family.
Definitely going to do, but one-on-one I go is I used to not, and then one day one of my close friends said to me, "You know what? Smell and close your eyes." Okay, like crazy about the smell. Imagine you are lying on next to a river and smelling the moss, and that is exactly what it is. Ever since that day, I did Judy, so I use a drink to also help me.
Okay.
So if I don't want to sleep, chamomile.
Yeah.
I would rather use with vetiver and as well.
That is, I am like drawing and writing and drawing lines as to what goes together because this is just amazing. So thank you so much for all the tips. If you want to know more about these oils, these specific oils, like some of them were also blends that we talked about, that is pure and exclusive to doTERRA, to the company that we work with as moms. I have, and if you comment below, we're going to share the link to a survey, just a quick 1-minute survey that's just going to kind of, see how open you are to looking at natural solutions. You can get in touch with either one of us, and we are going to share the link, talk to you about how we can help you and your family to have a better night's sleep. So that one almost looks like she's on a little, like a sleep high.
But let's ask, what's your favorite ritual?
Adaptive. They know what's good for them. They know what's good for them.
You say that adaptive. And I'm like, why do you need to say to me, I'm feeling it, like I may pick some, they better give me adaptive.
Oh, sweet. I love how my kids come to me and just would be like, "Mommy, I need oils." Like, what oils? And they'll point to what they need. It's like the oils just have this message and they are drawn to what they need. So I love that about them. I've never seen a kid who says, "Oh, Mommy, I need more medicine, please. Could you please like put another spoonful of that white stuff down my throat?" But my kids are like, "My tummy is aching. Which oil can I use? My head is sore. Which oil can I use?" They are empowered kids because they have empowered moms.
My kids actually have their own kids collection, and the kids really nice little with.
Yeah.
Even though she can't, so she knows the color.
She knows the color. I know mine too. Yeah.
She knows the colors.
Yeah.
Knows out and which one.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. They just know and when they want, they go get their own order.
Yeah, I know. And like it's so funny just to end off because just now my whole house is gonna go dark and we're gonna go whoop, and I'm gonna be gone. So let me just like greet you in a proper way before Eskom tells me it's my curfew time. But it's so funny. Like I was talking about a friend, and maybe next time we could chat about that. About focus. It's the first month of school. Like we homeschool, you also homeschool, but it's still school, and the load is getting more, and for the moms at school the workload is getting more, the activities are getting more, the homework is getting more, and the kids aren't coping after the first month. That initial hoo-ha is over, and now like reality is starting to set in and kids aren't coping. So next time we chat, maybe we can chat a bit about that. But I was telling her, you need the yellow one and you need the orange one, and you need the green one. Those are the three we use. And then at night you're gonna get the purple one. I'm like, I can't even remember the names, but I know it's the purple one, and I know you need the green, and I know you.
Dojima had, but it's not available yet. But I use the normal vitality. I just give my kids, and because they have so they do, it's robotics, it's gymnastics,
everything.
it's the first one, and I just give them in the morning. This is better for like food against it. We can get sick of it, but
Yeah.
the focus right, the data overall and amazing, so they can actually keep up, and it helps them keep what. So that's up for the next.
You will still talk about that as well, because like you are just like a pit of knowledge that we're gonna tap into every so often. But you need to go get your kiddo back to bed, and she's gonna fall asleep on you right now with all those oils. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for sharing some of yours that I could pick your brain with a few solutions. And I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to know anything else, I have the link in my bio. You can comment over here. We are gonna like help you to find the best solutions for your sleep, because we need sleep. The kids need sleep. The moms need sleep. The dads need sleep. We need sleep. So let's go sleep. Night night. Bye. Thanks, Darina. Bye. Okay, let's go with YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Share with me in the comments which one really talked to you, and we can see if that solution is the right solution for your body. Bye. Okay.